Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Call Halalim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that preach this truth of the four corners of the globe, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom, shalom. All right, Lord, willing this be an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. And basically this topic being the Lord is going to, Lord willing, deliver us from trouble, all right, from the terrible things that's about to go down. And only the elect is going to be delivered. And Lord willing, we are of that number, man. All right, but everyone else is going to be a lost cause. All right, everyone else is going to be a lost cause, which the destruction, all right, the terrorism, the fear, the confusion, the wickedness, waxing worse. All these things is prophecy. All right, so basically, all the destruction and the judgment that's going to be going on is prophecy. It's already been written what's going to happen in those days, who's going to be delivered. All right, and Lord willing, we be those men who do get delivered. But without further ado, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. All right, because when we break down the scriptures, we got to break it down, all right, to the point where Jake, at least can fathom a little bit of understanding of what we're saying. We got to make the truth as plain as possible, so Jake can understand, to wake up the elect, because that's what the job is. That's what the mission is to wake up the elect, preach this word. All right. So verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. And that's what we're preaching. We're preaching prophecies. We're breaking down the scriptures, all right, about prophecies that's about to happen, that's already happened, and that we're living in now. All right. Because that's what measuring the times is. And that's what the scriptures say do. Measure the time diligently within itself. All right. And that's what the prophets in the old times did. That's what our elders did. That's the reason why we're able to break down these scriptures, and learn from our heads. Is because of the apostles, man. But the point being is the prophecy is what's being preached and was being taught. Okay. And that prophecy is what's going to help you measure the times. It says, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, and at the end it shall speak and not lie, because that's what the vision is. The visions that the prophets, our forefathers, received in the ancient world, all right, is the prophecies that's going to come to pass in this world. Those are the visions that Habakkuk received, the visions that Ezra received, the vision that John the Revelator received, all right? The vision that Isaiah received, the visions Jeremiah received. They all received the vision of the end, which is going to happen in this time period, in this society, in this modern day time. All right? That's prophecy. All right. It says, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So the prophecy is going to come to pass at a certain time. All right, at an appointed time means at a certain time. Okay, matter of fact, let's get the word real quick.
Strong's H 4150. Moed.
It says, so like it says, appointed place, appointed time, meeting, appointed time, sacred season, a set feast, appointed season, appointed, right, tent or a meeting. It says a season. So basically, yeah, that's the point. At a certain season, all right, at a certain time, at a certain place, you know. But continuing on, it says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So once these prophecies start to come to pass, it's going to be undeniable. All right. That's why the scriptures talk about, then shall they know who are my chosen. Because then the things that the prophets or the men of the Lord the elect were speaking, is finally starting to happen. And these people are seeing it for their own eyes. Okay. It's happening right in front of, it's happening right in their face. So now they know who to go to. All right. Now they know who's the true men of the Lord. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And right now we're in the grace period, man. We're at the grace period where we can gain more knowledge, all right, before the famine of the word takes place, which is another prophecy that's going to take place. Matter of fact, one of the first prophecies that's going to take place. All right. And Esau, he's already cracking down on, his media and certain content that's being put out through social media. All right. He's already cracking down on elders' pages, elders' videos. How much more for brothers? So the famine of the word is about to come soon, which is another prophecy that's going to take place. That's going to let you know that, hey, Yahweh is on his way back, man. All right. Which is one of the major prophecies that's going to take place. All right. So though these prophecies are tarrying, all right, we still have to wait upon it with diligence, man. We still have to work to make our calling of election sure. And wait on Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Though these prophecies tarry, because once again, this is a grace period that the Lord has given us for us to tighten up, to sharpen up more. All right. It says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right. When those prophecies come, they're going to come, man. All right. They're not going to procrastinate. They're not going to slow down. They're not going to turn back. All right. So, grab this real quick. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. Right. Because, the Lord is talking about the nation of Israel for the wickedness or in the idolatry that's been committed. Verse 2, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword. Right. All right. So those who, willfully chose the lifestyle of, living according to the flesh, pleasing the flesh. All right. Pleasing JC and whatever false deities that's out here, instead of, basically coming to the realization of this wisdom and knowledge, or those that the Lord haven't even chose. All right. Those that the Lord appointed for wickedness, the vessels that are fitted for destruction. All right. Which 2/3 are of their father, the devil. So they're going to follow in Esau's ways, which means what? They're going to be destroyed with Esau in his kingdom. So they're going to be put to what? Death, man. By way of what? The sword. And Esau, Edom is the Lord's sword. That's why Revelations 12, verse 12 talk about, Esau coming down with that great wrath. The Lord is going to use Esau to come down with that sword for judgment upon Jake. And next thing you know, you're going to see martial law being enforced upon the streets, man. All right. So it says, and such as are for the famine to the famine. And then that's another thing that's going to be detrimental to the nation of Israel and those, all right, who get caught up in this destruction. Those who get caught up in the downfall of this kingdom that Esau has set up, man. Famine is going to be issued out, which means a lack of natural resource, a lack of water, a lack of food, a lack of, resources, simple resources, household supply appliances that you need to survive, those are going to rampantly run out. As far as no more exporting and importing goods, as far as crops being eaten up by pesticides, the Lord sending different natural disasters happening to mess up the crops for you farmers out there. It's gonna be a whole lot of shit going on, man, and you people are going to be caught up in it, and you're going to perish by it. All right, it says, such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the Lord's going to use Esau to come down with that sword, and the dogs to tear, and the Lord is going to use the beast of the earth, all right, to devour those who basically are appointed for that judgment. It says, and the fowls of the heaven and the beast of the earth to devour and destroy. All right, so once again, it's going to be a whole lot of judgment going on, and the Lord is going to issue out different ways to judge these people, man. First and foremost, starting with the nation of Israel, but the Lord is going to deliver his elect, all right, in that multitude that it speaks about in Revelation, the 7th chapter. Those are going to be the only ones who receive deliverance, that's going to be safe and hidden from these judgments, man. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger, the sword destroy. Shall the sword destroy? Salakia. I'm gonna read it back. 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right. So once again, the Lord is going to issue out specific judgments for specific people according to their lot. Verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down, right? Because the love of many shall wax cold. All right, the wickedness of the earth is going to wax worse and worse. The Lord is going to crank up and turn up the spirit on these left-hand demons, man. These left-hand angels that the Lord is going to basically just cast out upon earth, man. And you already see it today. You see it in the way how people drive. You see how in the way people are so on edge. People going through hell. People bugged out, strung out on drugs. It's just going to get worse from here, man. All right? And the Lord is going to issue out judgment upon you people, a sore judgment, a grievous judgment, not a quick, easy death, a slow, painful, grievous death, man. It says, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. All right, the neighborhood you once knew that was known to be clean and neat, all right, and well put together, well sanitized, it's going to be soon destroyed, soon wasted away. Trash built up all over upon the street, lined up upon all the tree lawns of the houses you see, man. Trash just built up, okay? You got houses abandoned, vacant houses, tore up from the floor up. This shit is going to be real, man. And the only ones who are going to be delivered is the elect and their families, man. Verse 24, it says, there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. That's how bad it's going to be, man. All right? That another man is going to desire to hear another man's voice. That's how much judgment is going to be issued out. All right? First and foremost, amongst the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? And I want to close out with this. because I kept making the point that the elect is going to be delivered from these things. The famine, the sword, the beast of the field. The famine is going to, matter of fact, yes, the Salakia, the elect is going to be delivered from those things. Job chapter 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Now thee is speaking of the elect. All right. It says, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 17. Job chapter 5, verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth. And guess what? First and foremost, the Lord corrected that portion of the elect by way of bringing us back into this wisdom and knowledge, bringing us back into our heritage. All right, giving us the law, statutes, and commandments, our holy days back. All right, so that we can at least rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our abilities. So the Lord corrected the house of Israel, the elect, first and foremost within the house of Israel, by giving us this truth back, man. It says, behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth, therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. And the Lord chasteneth his sons, as the scriptures say in Salaki, roughly paraphrasing, in Hebrews. In Hebrews, the 12th chapter, the Lord chasteneth those that he loved. And first and foremost, the first fruits of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai is the elect. The first creations of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai is the elect. Those elect men first were created before the rest of the earth, the rest of the foundation of this world, and before the rest the nations of people were created. The elect was here, man. The elect was helping Yahweh Shai. All right, create this, all of this, man, since the beginning. So those are the first sons of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai. You got Yahweh, then you got Yahweh Shai, then you have the elect. So it says, therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty, for he maketh sore. And guess what, Salakia, another thing is, the scriptures talk about, compare the elect unto gold and silver. And gold and silver has to be tried and refined in a furnace, which is representation of that affliction, that chastening, that chastisement. And the elect is going to be brought through that furnace of chastisement. And the elect is going to endure it, which is, the whole point of them being likened unto purified gold and silver. Lord willing, we be those men. It says, Salakia for my rambling, therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty, for he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Right, when those nuclear missiles get the raining down, that's when Yahweh Shai is going to be simultaneously beaming up the elect, man, at the same time. And they're going to be that 7th trouble. That 7th trump is those nuclear missiles. Verse 20, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Exactly. And this is talking about the elect. The elect is the only ones that's going to get delivered from any of this. The elect is the only ones that's going to have that spiritual hedge over them, so the evil won't touch them. The elect only, man. In the multitude, once again, Revelations the 7th chapter. It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death. So while everyone else is dying of hunger, starvation, dehydration, the elect is going to be well fed and well nourished. It says, and in war from the power of the sword. So the Lord are going to have those death angels pass over the elect. Those death angels are going to pass over the elect and get those wicked niggas, man. Get those heathen nations. Verse 21, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. And that's going to be the Lord laughing through us, man. All right? Because the scriptures say in Proverbs how the Lord is going to laugh at their calamity. It says, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. Exactly. So the same 4 judgments that the Lord appointed over the nation, the wicked ones of the nation of Israel in Jeremiah the 15th chapter, those are going to be the same judgments that the Lord are going to deliver the elect from. So Lord willing, you know, once again, we be those men, we endure to the end. Hey, you got to have faith. You got to have hope in salvation, man. All right. And just continue to be on fire. Push the works. Continue to examine yourself every day, man. To be a better brother, to be a better servant to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know. And to just, you know, do what we supposed to do. Do our duty as men. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So as long as we do that, man, to the best of our ability, then we have a chance of salvation.